Okay. Well, I think I am live. Welcome back. If you are back, I hope you are. And if not, then hello. My name is NaitOwl. Welcome to NaitOwl Makes. This is take two because between bad reconnection issues and like the amounts of trolls coming into that first live, I had to like restart. So I hope this, second time is a charm. Hi, Jolie. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. I am making a dishcloth. I see and hear you. That is fantastic news. Yay. That is fantastic news. I didn't bring my pillow, my support pillow. So I hope I don't get tired. My goal is to be live as as long as this, which I don't know. Right now I am on roll 9, so I suspect that we will get to like row 25, 26, around there. This is a lot smaller than my other dishcloth. I think I'm gonna do a poll to see like what is the preference of the public because I think I wanna end with two two sizes. Um, so this one is about 12 inches. Not quite a complete square. This is about approximately 11 and a half. So 11 and a half by 12. Not quite a square, but it's okay. And oops, wrong way. So that's gonna be like my bigger size, right? The 11 by 12 or 12 by 12, like right around there. And then like for the smaller one, I do like this size a lot. I do like this size a lot, which is 10 and a half. This is also not a square, but it wasn't meant to be. I didn't want this one, I didn't necessarily want a square. So this one is 10 and 9 by 10 and a half, which I kind of thought that I was gonna do like 9 by 11, but that's just this is a whole scheme. So I just did whatever I was able to get out of it, right? So now I'm doing this one, and this one I want to do a square. And this is going to be 9 by 9. And I want to see how that goes. On Google, I see that Um, the average is anywhere between 7 inches and 9 inches. So instead of doing 7, I just opted to go closer to the 9, just because the 7 is so tiny, and I just feel like I also make coasters, and some coasters are larger, and that just kind of feels coasterish size, you know? Um, and and I don't know. I don't know. So I just wanted it to be a little bit bigger than that. So let's see what happens. Right now I am um these are all going to be listed. I mean, of course, they will all be listed. These are all beautiful. I think that they will be all useful for anyone. But right now, I am just um, doing a lot of trials and errors because I'm such a visual person. Um, yes, numbers need to make sense, but then I need to put those numbers in 3D form and actually make it and look at it and feel it out and see what I am happy with. So that's what I'm doing, a lot of test runs. But yeah, thank you so much. I am going to butcher your name or your screen name. Affili Affilionic, maybe? I no, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna try and butcher it even more. But thank you. So this is my favorite. I did. Oh, that's exciting. I'm usually way off. So this is the lemon peel stitch. I absolutely love this stitch for the purpose of if you need something that is fairly flat but with texture, if that even makes sense. Like if you're looking for something that is not super thick but you need to have texture, then this is great. So for the kitchen, I think this is one of the best stitches that I felt was perfect for it. I was going to do just a single crochet rag. A lot of people just go with that, right? But it doesn't have any texture. Absolutely. So I usually just do lives, not very much like actual video uploads as of late, but like before I've done some tutorials and stuff like that, and I think I want to get back to that. I think I want to get back to just doing, oh, hang on, that's a single crochet. No, 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 no. Hang on. 1 second, please. I'm gonna I confused myself. This is a double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, and single crochet. Okay. I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I doing two double crochets? Um, but I am thinking that I'm gonna do like really short, um, 5 to 7 minute, just simple stitch videos because I miss doing little tutorials. And then getting back to the sewing tutorials. So I might do that. And then lives, we just gonna work together and talk, and I could of course I'll show you things too. But like just so that there is a place where there's not a lot of talking, it's just what like for example the lemon peel stitch, and that's all you're gonna have no extra fluff. You can pause, rewind, whatever, and just a few minutes, and it'll be a good resource. So I think I'm gonna start doing that soon as well, because there's like, for example, with this one, I've had quite a few people ask, for a slow version of it so that they can follow along. And then there's another one. I was doing the crab stitch, and a lot of people were asking me about that one too. And then when I did the micro crochet with the bookmarks. So I have a list of things that people have been asking for. It's just I wasn't really sure if I was gonna go in that direction or not. But I think that with all the new changes happening in my professional life, I think it's time for sure to take the leap. Let's see. Good morning, Barb. How are you? So nice to see you. Atiliane. Well, you just got yourself a new subscriber. Yay! So kind. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome to the Night Owls. I've been wanting to get back into crochet, so glad I found you. Absolutely. I'm so glad that you found us too. So fun. Okay, so I ended with a two double crochet. With a double crochet. And so that's gonna be a single double crochet. The lemon peel is really easy though. The hardest part, again, uh, evidence right here, is keeping your tension to be the same throughout your entire project because it is so easy to lose your tension along the way. And if, for example, for this case, in this case here, I'm supposed to be doing some sort of rectangle or square, and if I'm not paying attention to my tension, then instead of like straight up, it starts to look more like a trapezoid because the sides start going all over the place. You know what I didn't do? I don't know if I did one or two rows. Let's count. I am learning how to count because that was something that I didn't really know how to do with the lemon peel. It's like learning how to count. If you lose track of your rows, right? So the scarf is another example. Absolutely. I feel that depending on the yarn material, like if you were to do like an acrylic or um, some type of wool, right? Depending on the weight, if it's a chunky 5 or a chunky 6, maybe it's a little bit more forgiving. I might be eating my words because I do want to try a scarf for the fall with um this stitch, and I might be eating my words, but I feel like it could possibly be a little bit more forgiving just because it is a scarf and it's going to be all tangled all around and looped around and stuff. But we might be doing that together. That might be a project that we could be doing on a live together because it'll be fun. So let's see. Okay, so here it is so far. The last time that I pressed my dots. My dots was at 9, and I have a feeling that I already did row 10, and now I'm starting 11, but let's confirm, right? Let's confirm. So I don't know how I'm gonna do this so that like I'm not under. I don't like when I see lives and like I'm down here and all the letters are being covered. So let me awkwardly be in the air like this. Let me fold it so that you can see the top row. That works, I think. Okay, but then I can't. It all looks the same to me. Okay, hang on. I have to like look at it. So I started, by the way, I like to start with a chain and then a single crochet. For this one, I did a single crochet foundation chain. So that's what you see here. That is what this is. So that's my chain and my single crochet. So I'm going to count that as one. Um, hang on. I gotta focus. I can't show you because I need to focus. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Wait, that doesn't right. That doesn't sound right. No, no, no. That's not right. That is not right. Okay, I'm not gonna go with the V's. I was even trying to look on YouTube to see if somebody had a video like demonstrating how to count, and I couldn't find one. So if I figure this out, I'll do like a shorts and show you what I'm seeing. But let's try to talk about it here. Okay, so we know by looking at the start of this chain here that this here is 1, right? This is not easy. I'm gonna have to be done here. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13? Really? I count 13. Rimoro. Hello, hello, good morning. I am in the US. I am in the Northeast. Where are you from? Welcome. I was thinking it would be gorgeous as a scarf. Yes, especially if it was a like with the Heartland, the Lions brand. And guess so I do have my like my measuring tape under here. I've never done that though, where I'm going based on how much. Let me see. Hang on. 10. My brain is going all over the place right now. So hang on one second, because now it's gonna bother me. I have an idea. I am going to just count the number of double crochet that I have on the side. This side is the single crochets. This side is the double crochet. So I am going to count that, right? So this is, oh, hang on. And then in between a double crochet, I'm wrong. So it's single crochet, double crochet. Okay, so single crochet, double, single, double, single, double, single, double. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jesus Christ. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's not right. That's not right. I don't know how to count this. So for now, we're just gonna continue. But I promise you, this is gonna stay in my brain cells until I figure it out today. Um, Tanya, hello, welcome. So this is the lemon peel. Good morning, Shar. Good morning, good morning. For now, I mean, I'm doing everything so far based on just measuring. I'm measuring out, you know, how wide we're doing, and then we're gonna measure out and we're gonna stop at whenever I get to like, you know, how the length of it. But I this is why I've been doing these it, pop it, bubble things, dot things. Okay, that is why. And then at some point, my brain just got like very confused, and I don't remember if this is number 10 or if I've done one or two more rows and like this is really 12 or 13. Who knows? Let's just continue because my goal was I will stop the live, like we'll be done with the live when I am done with this dishcloth. And at this point, I'll never get it done. But again, something that I learned a lot from this stitch, making it several times, is my tension is extremely important. And that is what I am practicing the most. And being very, very conscious of my tension. So this one measures at about 9 inches. So we are trying to make a square. So this is the lemon peel. I got very interested in this stitch, and this is so um like so off topic, so off genre, but I love everything outdoors, like adventure outdoors, and if my body can handle it, anytime, any chance I get, I try to walk. And in my mind of minds, I think that I'm some sort of like mountaineer and hiker and all of that. Haha. One day I will be, though. I promise myself that one day I will be. And one day my goal with that is to walk the Appalachian Trail. Now, if you know anything about the Appalachian Trail, that is actually the longest trail on Earth. It's a little over 2,000 miles, and in through the journey on the trail, there is a section of the the AT that is called the lemon squeeze because like in this section, there's all these boulders that you go through, and it's literally like you squeeze, you squeeze yourself through. And that is a challenge. A lot of people take the challenge to like squeeze through the boulders, and um, I have to yarn over. So whenever I came across this stitch and it's called the lemon peel, I know it has nothing to do with this, but it just reminds me of the trail, and it reminds me of like hiking, and with every stitch is like, okay, well, one day I will get there. I will get to that lemon squeeze. Don't forget the concert. Yes. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead for good measure. I'm gonna skip to number 11. So I just did 10 for that row that we just did. Thank you so much. You're the best. You are the best for reminding me. And I just pressed down 11. By the way, I got this in Target, um, in the bullseye section, and I think it's like $5. And they have like different, they do have different colors. They had a yellow one, a green one. I don't remember if it was red or orange one. And then they had like a rainbow one. The rainbow one was pretty cute. I got so excited when I saw the purple because the purple is um basically the brand color, right? Also one of my favorite colors. So I got very excited. But all of these things, um, this is gonna be my very first time to officially introduce crochet in the shop. I usually just have like the hair accessories, and this is going to be the first time ever that I am going to come public with my crochet. And it's not going to be a lot of crazy things. So, I'm just going to like slowly do like little by little. So I'm going to start with the dishcloths, and then I'm going to move on from there. I'll eventually have placemats and table runners, and kind of like focus on the kitchen to start with. And then eventually by next year, I do want to move on to the rest of like the home, making pillows or pillowcases. The only thing that's going to be added this year that is for the rest of the home is going to be pumpkins, and that'll be decor. It's going to be pumpkins, garlands, and like different types of garlands, and the Christmas stockings. That is the three things around the home that will be part of like decor that I will be including so far. That could change, of course, but those are the three things. Um, well, the five things that I'm going to focus on this year. And then next year I'll include more stuff, but um, for sure. What was that? That was the double crochet. Um, this is the first time, and I don't want to go too crazy. Like 5 things might even be too much, right? So, um, because I'm not the fastest crocheter, so I don't want to overwhelm myself. Everything that I'm going to also have will be like ready made, unless somebody says like, hey, I have a specific color, yada yada, you don't already have it. And then I will take customs, but for the most part, I will try to do like all the colors that are super popular for the holidays for the fall and winter, um, and kind of go with from there. So we'll see what happens. But this is the first time for me. I'm taking a huge leap with the shop, with this journey. I love crochet. It helps my mental health in a way that I actually never realized um, that it would. I talk too much. Did I just do another row? I talk way too much. Ma'am, stop. Stop your silliness. Okay. Wait, I think I figured it out. Ugh, I just put my hands in my mouth. Hang on. I gotta grab the hand sanitizer. But so, okay. All the brain cells are like moving and rummaging through. And for whatever reason, right now, I'm seeing a pattern. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. I lost it. Okay. Nope. Because there's a pattern. Okay. I did a row. Okay. I did. So it's 12. I think that at the end, I will revert the camera so that we can look down. And then we're going to look at it together. So I did the 12, and we're going to continue. You guys, I am a nail biter, but I absolutely hate whenever like if I catch myself biting my nails, I have to sanitize my hands. So if I catch myself doing that, and you will see me sanitizing my hands a million times, I'm sorry. It gets to a point where sometimes I don't include the item. Like, okay, wait, I'm like biting my nails. That's a single crochet. So the thing about the lemon peel as well that we need to kind of like um remember. Okay, so welcome to Night Owls, where this brain here is a complete squirrel. Okay, because before I continue, I just did that row. I'm gonna start the next, so I'm going to number 13, just so that we can get that out of the way. Um, the lemon squeeze, no, the lemon peel. That one is what we have to remember is that if we, for the previous row, we do the opposite. So we ended on that single crochet. We're going to chain two. We're going to turn our work. And on top of that single crochet, we're going to do a double crochet. The next stitch on the previous row was a double crochet. So on top of that double crochet, we are going to do a single crochet. And that is how um, the texture is created, right? So on the previous row, the next stitch is a single crochet. So now we're doing a double crochet. The next stitch on the previous row is a double crochet, and we're going to do a single crochet. Now I'm in the air, so my tension is going to be a little loopy, I think. But so we're going to do double, single. So that's how the texture is created. We have to remember, even if you lose your space, as long as you know that the previous row, you're doing the opposite. You're not doing a single crochet on top of a single crochet, double crochet on top of a double crochet. That will take the texture completely off, and that will actually even everything out. It'll make it super flat, and you will not end up with that texture that you are looking for, which is if you think of a lemon, it's that like bumpy, um, yeah, just the bumpy peel look, right? Yeah, that's a single. We're gonna do double, and I'm gonna show you again with this one because this is a more neutral color, but this one has like specks of like orange and darker browns and green in it. So like you get to see a little bit of that texture. This is 13. So now we are going to continue. This is also 100% cotton. Um, I personally like the cotton anything for a lot of things, but especially for the kitchen. If I really wanted to do two of these and stitch them together and maybe put some sort of stuffing inside, maybe not like stuffing for like squishies or anything like that, but maybe like a foam, some foamy type of material. I have no idea. I'm just whatever, like my thoughts are coming right now. So, just so that it could be thicker, some sort of batting. Maybe not foam. That's not the right material, but like maybe a cotton batting material. So that way it could be a little thicker. I don't know. Ideas. But again, this is just meant to be a like a piece of cloth. So single, double, single, and I'm going to end with a double, and I'm going to chain one. Since we ended with that double, I'm going to chain one, turn my work, and I am going to start with a single crochet. That means, dun, 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 let's do it together. Number 14. Woo! Okay. I remember. I remember. Double crochet, double crochet, single crochet, single crochet, double, and single. I kind of forgot about the coffee. Like my brain was like, "Ooh, you have not drank coffee, taken a sip of coffee in a long time." So again, cheers, cheers, cheers. I've never seen. So yes, I have seen people on the YouTube world have like similar ones, and I'm like, that's kind of cool. And like my kids, they have like, smaller pieces, but the fact that this has 100 dots is perfect. It is perfect. When I saw it, I was like, I gotta try that. Um, clearly, as you see, it's not like it's not foolproof, right? But I like that it's a fun way to keep me focused because as you can see, I derail very easily. So this kind of keeps me on track. Like, hey, you got to remember to do it. So therefore, um, like it helps with some things, and then I forget, and then it's like but it's fun, super fun. So amazing about the hike, and I hope you have fun. Yes. Yeah. So that is something that is a big goal of mine and my daughter's. So when she graduates high school in the next 4 years, it'll probably be five from this point on, and and then we'll do it right before she goes to college. I hope and I pray that God gives me the energy that continues to give me the energy so that I could do that with her. I know people of all ages that they do it, and it does take quite a few months, like anywhere between 5 and 7 months to get done, um, to complete the whole trail. And I know people in their 50s and 60s, that they do it. So I have faith that we will do it. Tangled in yarn and net. Hi, welcome. Hello, hello. And we are ending in a single crochet. Single crochet. So I'm gonna chain two, and then we're gonna do it together. We're gonna do it together. Where is it? Number 15. I remember. Yeah. I understand. Yes. Wait, hang on. I 100% understand. So we're going on to number 15, but I do want to um I want to measure. Uh, I want to measure it. Wait, I had the measuring tape. Okay, I guess I'm gonna use the one on the table. I had it in my hands though. Okay, so that's 9. I'm gonna put that back, and I'm going to measure it this way. We are almost at 6. We are about 5.5. So this is another way that I can kind of check my tension as well. I'll show you with a piece of white paper, maybe. No, I'm gonna take one of these things. I never use this for absolutely anything. So let's use it now. Sure, we could do this color. Is that gonna be good? I think so. Okay, so what I'm checking here is that the sides are straight, right? And that, so this is my next row that we're going to start, number 15. And what I'm checking is that I'm not going inward because that's my problem. My problem is that I'll start good and then all of a sudden I start to like go inward. And I feel like I'm all of a sudden being all trapezoid kind of vibes, you know? And Net, hello, if you're still here with us. Are you I are you working on anything crochet at the moment? I would like to know. Chain 2 and turn my work. Double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet. I don't know if you guys can hear my background, but my son is playing soccer online, mm, and he is like a true typical gamer, yelling at the TV. Single crochet, and double crochet. Let me see. Am I able to do a poll? Is it here? Highlight, save to your channel. Oh, what does that mean? I don't know what that means. Oh, okay. Okay. I can. That's exciting. Okay, cool. Let's see. Let's see. This is the first time I'm doing this, so okay. What size dishcloth do you prefer? I want to say typically. I'm going to put small. I'm going to put the little squiggly line for the abbreviation or, to, can I? Yes. I'm going to put, I'm going to take that out. Okay. There's that, right? And I'm going to put, um, for the purposes of my options here, I'm just going to say that that's extra small. I'm going to say small 8 to 10 inches. I'm going to say medium 11 to 10. And then this wouldn't be a dishcloth. It would be more, I'm going to say I rather hand towel size, size, which is like a long rectangle. I'm sorry, this is taking so long. I'm on the phone and this is my first time. This is exciting. Okay. Yay! Okay, cool. All right. That's that's exciting. I've never done that before. I've never done that before. Okay. And I will also have like a post where I create that poll, so it'll also be there at some point. Um, that would help me greatly. No, that's a half double. I need a double, double, double. And I'm going to end in a double crochet. I'm going to chain one and turn my work and single crochet. And we are now going to row 16. Oh, look at not the ruler, the measuring tape. It was like right next to me the whole time. All right, so I am, it is flat, it is good. Yeah, we're closer to that 6 inch. We were at 5.5 before. Yay. So I think that 2 rows equals half an inch, maybe. At least with, so I'm using the letter H hook. I'm using the letter H, which is the 5.00 millimeters, and this crochet hook is boy. Am I saying that right? Maybe. I've always said boy, right? I'll be honest. So I went to Hobby Lobby for the very first time in my area, like not too long ago, and I did pick up this crochet hook from there. This one is the letter H. This is a 5 millimeter, but the difference, you guys, is in my opinion, well, you can't really see it in the camera. Maybe I'm just losing it. Maybe I'm losing it. I don't know. But like, I feel that this hook is a lot thinner. Not by like a great deal, but it is thinner. It is smaller than this one. So when I did it last night, and that's what this whole frog sesh is here, um, it was not what I was expecting from a 5 millimeter hook. I love the material of the hook, and I love that it's a lot pointier than boy. I actually, that's something I do not enjoy working with when the hook is so curved on the tip. Um, I very much rather this type of like tip. However, it's so small. Like it kind of feels like a 4.5 instead of a 5.0, right? So the other thing that I don't like is this rubber feel. And there's no way for me to, I mean, look at that. Everything sticks. Everything sticks. Because there's no way for me to actually show. Let me see. Can I? Let me see. Do you see how awful that looks? No, it's there. It's so dirty already. It's not like, I don't know how to, I don't know how to do it so that you can actually see. Like this is not easy. Oh, maybe that way. Okay. So, boom. I think that's it. There you go. So, this is a lot smoother. It's not very sticky, but this one is a very sticky rubber. And as you can kind of see, everything is like sticking to it. Everything is sticking to it. So, I don't know. Like, my daughter was like, oh, well, like you can wash it, just run it through cold water. And I'm like, okay, but the problem still persists that it's a very sticky rubber and all the lint and all the things stick to it. And now a person with a lot of like texture issues, as a person I should say that has a lot of texture issues, like this is not great, you know? It's really not great. So this is what we are working with. No, I don't know. I hope I hope this makes sense. I hope that makes sense. I started with that when I was making this dishcloth, but I was like, that's not right. This is not looking right. Oh no. That's single crochet. So now I am doing a double crochet. Single crochet, double crochet. Totally makes sense. Like why I use sticky. Yes, exactly. Um, so when I was at the store and I touched it, I was like, oh, I I kind of like the texture of the rub because I prefer rubber handles. Um, at least right now in this season of life, I prefer a rubber handle. I do like the ergonomic handles, yes, for certain days I like to work with that. That's perfect. But my go-to grab lip, this is I like the rubber ones. Well, um, I got home and it no longer was great. I'm like, why? What's happening? What is happening? Why is it like this? But it's okay. So that I think that that's part of the reason as to why I had to frog this project yesterday, last night. Yeah, and something about me too is that for as much as I love talking and I'm always talking or whatnot, but I'm like equally as quiet. And sometimes I just get quiet. Sometimes I actually do silent, what I like to call silent lives, where we just work together. We are buddy doubles, and I sometimes I will just mute the sound. This is chain one and two, and we're gonna do this together. We're going to row 17, and I'll either mute the live completely so that there is no sound on your end. It'll just be, whatever you're working on, and then, I'm just propped up right next to you, working along, or reading along, or cleaning along, whatever it is. And or sometimes I will be muted, but I will have background music. And um, I struggle with that just because of the copyright, and um, I don't always have that option since sometimes it can get expensive to pay for epidemic sounds. But every so many months, I'll have a month or two, and that's the option that I go with. So for as much as usually, like when my mental health is not at the top best, but I need to be surrounded by people, whether it's in person or just the presence of, being with others, and it'll be virtual. Like I'll still be on, and if I can't talk or, you know, whatever, I'll do a silent live. Because having conversation in the comments and like kind of working along does help so much. I am not shy to show my like part of my journey of my mental health. I am not shy to talk about it. I have so much going on in the mental health world. And it is a big part of my channel because I show it. I absolutely show it. Um, when I don't show it, that's when you see long pockets of times that I don't post anything. Like I don't come live or anything like that. So, but I am trying my very best to show up and to be around. Because this is something that is important to me. If nothing else, business aside, it's just for the community in the village. I know it's a community, but I like to call us a village. A village. We form a village, and in our village, um, we show up when we can. Okay, so this is a double crochet. My very last stitch, I'm going to chain one, and I am going to move on to row 18. I feel like I spend so much time asking that. Why are you like this? Yeah, yep, I get that. I totally get that. Oops, there you go. Double crochet and single crochet. Double crochet. Oops, come on. See, this is why I don't really like the blunt tips. I prefer the more pointier. This is a double crochet and a single crochet, double crochet, single crochet. I know because you guys are like in front of me, you are seeing most of like I have to rest the stitch on like my hands and my fingers, so like you're not really seeing. That's why I keep trying to like move as fast as I can without jeopardizing my tension. I really want to find a gadget. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I have this magnetic thing. I haven't tried this, so we can try it together, right? What if, what if, that's so close. I'm so sorry. But then it's in my face. I don't know if I can do it through. No. Let's see if this works. Let's try this for like a little bit. Let's see. Okay, so that's double. Now I'm like focusing so much on my position that I might be quiet for a little bit. I'm so sorry. Like wondering if this might be better. Double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet. double, single, double. Oops, that's only one strand. You have to like make sure that we grab both loops, front and back. And the last stitch, which that's one loop. Where's the other one? Right here. Okay. Single crochet. So we are going to chain one and two, and we're going to turn, oops, not all the yarn, just turn our work. I'm just dropping all the yarn. This is so old, you guys. This was a testing um little thing that I was doing with this particular ink for sublimation years and years ago. So, but I still use it. Okay, so now we are moving on to row 19. How we doing with the poll? Let's see, 3 votes. Yay! That's exciting. Okay, so we have the 7 to 8 inches. We have the medium 11 to 12 inches. Okay, yay! See, this is so helpful. So helpful. So we're going to start because we ended with a single crochet. We are going to start with a chain two and a double crochet on that very first stitch, which again is a the previous row was a single crochet. And then we're going to move on to a single crochet, double crochet, single, double, oops, I like this because now you actually get to see the stitches a little bit better. Single crochet, oops, okay, so I'm almost done with this row. I'm so sorry that I got so quiet. I kind of like ran out of things to say. I don't know what else to say. Okay, so that's a double crochet. I'm going to chain one and I am going to turn our work. Okay, and we have reached 20. And just to make sure that we are in the right place, um, I am going to measure. So this is 7 inches. Hang on, I want to see. Now I can't see the. Now I cannot see the comments. Hang on. Oh, there it is. Okay. There it is. Okay, so we are at the 7 inch mark. Again, we have about 2 inches to go because we want to make a square. You know, my problem is that right now I am seeing a square, even though the like my eyes are seeing a square, but like measurement wise, where is it? It's not quite 9 inches. See, my tension is already getting all loopy, and I think it's because I'm like working in front of the phone, and I lost about a 1/4 inch. Okay, so hang on 1 second. I am going to see it like in front of me here and see what happens. Okay. I mean, I think I'm going okay. I think this is okay. I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna turn my work. Wait, what was that? That was a double crochet. So I'm going to chain one, and then I need to like grab that groove again of my tension because I think I'm losing it. If after this row my tension is still wonky, then I'll have to like put this down because that probably just means that I need to give my hands a break. Double crochet, No, that's not good. Double crochet, single. See, I'm like losing the groove. Double, single. Yeah, I think I need to give my hands a break because I am losing the momentum. I'm splitting yarn. The hold is not, it doesn't feel the same anymore. Like I'm losing control. Single, double, double. I don't really split so much when I'm on the groove. And this is chain one and two. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. I am not going to press the button for 21 because I'm not gonna work on 21. With that extra row that we did, it's not an extra row, but with row 20 completed, that now puts us at about 7.5. Yeah, let's just call it 7.5. And we would still need another inch and a half, which that's probably like another 3 or 4 more rows, plus the single crochet. But yeah, this is what it's looking like. So I'm going to, yeah, be done with that. I need to give my hands a break, I think. And it's almost noon here, so I am going to use that as a time to take a break, to exercise my hands. I do need to do some computer work. Um, I need to take some pictures for some listings that I have to be working on. I went to the post office early this morning and I dropped off some orders. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take a break. I will be back tomorrow, probably early in the morning, not so late, so that way we can work together. Again, I think that tomorrow is gonna be a sewing day. It's not gonna be crochet. Um, because I do need to work on restocking some inventory. So we might be sewing together tomorrow. But yes, well, thank you so much, friends, for joining. And let me see, I'm going to put that down for joining me today in this wild adventure of crocheting this dishcloth. I appreciate you so, so much. If you're not already subscribed, please do so because we're going to have so much fun with doing all the things where it's between crochet and sewing or just chit-chatting and hanging out, all the things, right? Also, I'm trying to learn how to knit. You guys, I know. I said it. Yes. So I'm trying to learn how to knit with circular needles, and I need a lot of help. This is all I could do, and I can barely do it. I need a lot of help. So if you think you can help me, I would greatly appreciate it because I need all the help I can get. Um, So yeah, that could be something else that we could be doing together. But yes, so friends, thank you so much. Enjoy your Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Enjoy your day, whatever time of day it is. And I hope that I see you next time. And thank you so much for, oh wait, the poll. The poll. What did we end up with? Okay. So it went up a little bit more. It says that the extra small 7 to 8 inch square is at 25%, and the medium at with the 11 to 12 inch size is at 75%. So thank you so much. That is very, very helpful. I will be creating a community post here, and it'll be more permanent there. So if you haven't had a chance um, to vote during the live, that's totally okay. We can go ahead and I'll have it there permanently so you can go ahead and put over there. And that again will be very helpful to me. Thank you so much for all your help. And again, happy Tuesday. Bye.